friends, the following contest is for the Progress Wrestling World Championship! Introducing first, the challenger. Weighing in at 192 pounds, from Raynham in Essex. The first ever Thunderbastard winner. The first ever Super Strong Style 16 winner. Former Progress World Champion. The youngest ever winner of Battle of Super Juniors. And the only British-born IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion in history. The Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay! And his opponents. He is the reigning and defending Progress Wrestling World Champion. This year's winner of Super Strong Style 16. He wanted the best. He's absolutely got the best. Weighing in at 192 pounds from Auckland in New Zealand. The Kiwi buzzsaw, Travis Banks.
No way around between these two, as Jim Smallman said. Travis Banks wanted the best, and he's got the best. Will Ospreay making his return. It's unboxing, you never know who can show up.
Well, talking about dream matches, this is the dream of dream matches. Oh, I think we need to get used to that. These two men are the absolute best at what they do, and they are fighting for the biggest title in independent wrestling.
Perhaps the two most beloved Progress World Champions of all time, going toe-to-toe.
Oh, we've seen Travis Banks this year complete his destiny, go on that journey to the title, and following that just have big fight matches, one after another, and this one is putting the punctuation mark on the year that was Travis Banks's. But Callum, I mean, Will Ospreay's back. What happens if he wins the Progress World title?
I don't know. We don't know what Will Ospreay's doing in his career. Obviously, we saw Will Ospreay lose a loser leaves Progress match back in March to Jimmy Havoc, but things have changed a lot since then. And, you know, Glenn Joseph isn't with us. We can't ask him.
No, and what we can do is he can hopefully guide you through this incredible matchup as both men. Oh, that's why they call him the Aerial Assassin. Will Ospreay here. Oh my goodness. Catching Travis Banks out of mid-air with that Hurricane Rana. Yeah, you did hit a home run, absolutely. That is a high-impact move.
That was
Here comes
a scary moment.
Oh, and into the handspring. Superhero poster boot, and oh! Well, that's what Banks thinks of that. Running knee to the jaw of Ospreay. You can't blame Will for soaking in the atmosphere and the reception he had, but I think he just got reminded who he's in the ring with.
And listen to the crowd. Very divided in their loyalties. Will Ospreay's a guy who, you know, we don't want to take credit for things, but Will Ospreay grew so much in Progress into the man that we see now. I say winning Best of the Super Juniors, winning the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. He started in Progress as a young man in a tag team, came through the Swords of Essex, and was the one to dethrone Jimmy Havoc. For every opponent that Travis Banks has turned back, you only need to list that one in Will Ospreay's column. He dethroned the most dominant Progress champion in history.
And it'll be interesting to see if he can dethrone this champion. This is his 6th defense, and he's building a legacy for himself, the Kiwi Buzzsaw. But Ospreay takes over with the kicks to the back. These two men just trying to prove who the alpha male is here. Who's the man in progress even. The one that sits atop of the tree. Oh, thanks for that short super kick to the jaw.
Ospreay's a guy who loves to prove himself. He tried to prove himself here in progress. He went to Japan to show what he was about. He's even gone as far as Australia to prove what he can do around the world.
It's interesting, these two men have had a similar career in slightly a different order. Obviously, Travis Banks spending time training and wrestling in Japan, obviously spending time in his native country of New Zealand, as well as time over here in progress, and very similar careers. So both men very well versed in all types of professional wrestling, all different styles. And we mentioned the evolution of Jack Sexsmith earlier. The evolution of Will Ospreay as a competitor has been really impressive, and it's going to be interesting to see him come back in here as this new wrestler and see where he slots back in.
If he slots back in, I mean, this is it. Who knows what's going on right now? It's unboxing.
It's all speculation.
I mean, last year Madman Manson showed up at unboxing. That shows you how unpredictable.
Travis Banks. Oh.
These two, seems like they have something to prove to each other right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's just good enough to win a match. I think the winner of this match wants to prove that he's the better man, the better competitor. You just see Travis Banks' chest is already bright red. I mean, admittedly, that was probably himself smacking himself in the chest, as we know his warm-up routine. It gets quite intense.
It does. You can see on the knee pad of Will Ospreay, Chaos, the faction he represents in New Japan Pro Wrestling, as he spent time learning from the likes of Hiroki Goto, Gedo, Kazuchika Okada, some of the very best in the world.
And Tomohiro Ishii as well, who knows how to throw a strike or two.
Exactly, and Will Ospreay is so good at just taking a little bit from everywhere as he goes around the world to become the very complete professional wrestler at still a very young age.
It's a great point. That is a great point. He's not even into his mid-20s yet. And he's so young into his career, whereas Travis Banks slightly older, slightly more experienced as well. He's been around, traveled a lot, and trained under some impressive teachers as well. As sent Ospreay into the ropes, handspring into the enziguri. Ospreay just uses this ring as a platform for so many innovative moves. You just don't know where he's going to come at you from, or what angle he's going to come at you from.
Yeah, absolutely. So much innovative offense. We've seen that striking, but we've also seen what he can do from the top rope to the outside in a handspring position. It's a great way to put it, man. He does use the ring as a platform.
Oh, and he blocks that kick into a jawbreaker. Oh, and a big kick to the chest. Hear that primal scream of Ospreay, follows it up with an uppercut. Trips Travis Banks down, and this is a position that Trav likes to have his opponents in, looking for a dropkick, maybe scouted. In comes Banks, catch, kick. Oh. Will Ospreay just defying physics with a 619 at the top rope.
Does anyone know the area code for Essex?
Answers on a postcard. Oh! Running dropkick.
The elevation on that.
Standing corkscrew, senton. Oh.
Just the two there.
Count the rotations.
And you see that 619 there again, talking about Will Ospreay learning from wherever he goes. This year, Will Ospreay had the chance to wrestle Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, and he wasn't shy about showing the respect and admiration that he had for the opponents of the caliber of Rey Mysterio, someone that influenced him in his career. And Ospreay there. Banks rolls him through into that short super kick again on the jaw of Ospreay. But we've seen Air Ospreay. It's time for Air New Zealand. Suicide dive from Travis Banks.
That was all impact. And Travis Banks then firing up.
You can tell how much intensity that man has there. Oh, but a drop kick from Ospreay.
That just took a second too long there, Banks.
Keep your eye on Ospreay. Space flying tiger drop. Comes crashing down onto Travis Banks.
That's the aerial assassin. You never know how he's going to hit you.
And you can just see the wear and tear that this match has taken on both men so far.
I think it's fair to say Will Ospreay, one of the most in-demand wrestlers in the world right now. Progress is one of his homes.
Springboard in from Ospreay into that forearm. Straight into a cover. Pinning the arms down at Banks, but Banks using the legs there to muscle his way out of it. And, you know, I mentioned the wear and tear that these two men have taken. And the thing that probably both of them are known for is resilience. It's not a matter of how hard they hit, it's how hard they get hit and keep getting back up.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to talk about the series of matches between Will Ospreay and Jimmy Havoc is a great example of that.
Oh, and Banks kicks the legs out. Oh, into that backstabber. Ospreay clutching at his neck, and you might want to clutch again because there's a double stomp that turns Ospreay inside out.
I almost looked like Banks was putting Ospreay in a cheeky Nando's kick position.
Yeah,
he had plans of his own.
Certainly what it looks like, but here comes Banks, coast to coast on Ospreay. Oh, Will Ospreay nearly had a first-class ticket to defeat there, but managing to kick out. You know, we saw it in Sheffield, that incredible title match against Eddie Dennis. Eddie Dennis threw everything at Banks, but somehow this Kiwi buzzsaw, the Kiwi Terminator, as our colleague Glenn likes to call it, kept on getting back up. And the question I always have to the opponents of Travis Banks is, what is it going to take?
Yeah, and that's something, you know, we questioned from Travis Banks throughout the year is, did he have what it takes to get it done? He came up short on a number of occasions on the road to Ali Pali after winning Super Strong Style. Looked like he was in quite a shaky position, but it's just been so dominant since winning that championship. It meant so much to him to have that moment.
Well, we hear the accolades of Ospreay at the beginning of the match, and it would be no shock if Ospreay's a man to dethrone the current champion. As he's slugging away. Oh, and you mentioned it before, and here it is. Cheeky Nando's kick, no! Banks!
Too long?
Oh! Both men here, oh! Followed each other in. Here comes Ospreay, both hitting the ropes. Full. Oh! Clothesline from Banks turns Ospreay inside out, has him hooked up. Oh! Suplex into that stunner. Oh, but Banks catches him, Ospreay onto his feet, into a German suplex.
What did Travis Banks is up now?
Ospreay walks up the chest of Banks into a clothesline.
Oh, God.
Standing Spanish fly from Ospreay.
Listen to this crowd. Wow. Thunderous noise from the crowd here. And the crowd, I don't know if I've ever heard a Progress crowd feel more conflicted. They love Travis Banks so much. He's become the man of Progress this year. But Will Ospreay, he's one of our own.
It's something so special about unboxing, and there's just this energy in this room of just so much excitement, and this is arguably the pinnacle of this. I mean, imagine saying at the beginning of the year that we were going to see Travis Banks versus Will Ospreay in a Progress ring, the Progress World title. You told me that at the beginning of the year, I would have told you to get out, but it's happening right here.
Imagine it even a month ago.
Yeah.
If somebody had told you. Things happen in wrestling. And then we have a hell of a match here.
Yeah, Ospreay
struggling here. Neither man able to get really secure on their feet.
Banks in that corner though, off the ring, just firing away shots when he's mustered the energy to do so. Oh, just rapid fire shots now. Oh, Banks letting out that scream of defiance, but
Robert's trying to bring things up here. Oh my God.
Oh, and a forearm in return from Banks.
Umples Ospreay.
this is why the Electric Ballroom loves Banks so much. Oh my, reverse rider from Ospreay. And he has him in position, springboard, Oscar, no, God, oh my. Banks has him up on the shoulders, spinning him round, into the release slam. Oh, Travis Banks blocking Ospreay out of mid-air while he was looking for that Oscar.
Incredible strength to be able to hold him there. It looked like he was losing his grip, but got him up for that Argentine powerbomb.
Rigorous training regime of Travis Banks coming into use there. He often does hundreds of reps of each exercise to have the cardio and the muscle necessary to go through the wars and battles that he does.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest man in progress, but he's one of the strongest, I would have to say. Certainly pound for pound.
And you mentioned Will Ospreay coming back here being a different wrestler, and you look at the size of Ospreay now, he's evolved as well in that aspect. He's growing as an athlete. He switches the whip here, as in maybe looking for a dragon suplex, but no. Oh! Just a swift kick to the side of the head, hooks him up. Oh, sits out reverse DDT, and Travis Banks is in Ospreay territory, standing shooting star. Roll through onto the second. Oh, cautionary splash. Caught. Oh, Banks has got the Lions clutch in. This is the move that put away This is the move that's put away contender after contender after contender, and Ospreay is trapped.
Is Ospreay going to tap here? Banks is wrenching back on it.
Oh, and Will somehow is hanging in there. He needs to get some strength to get to the ropes.
He's popped his hips up. He's released some of the pressure. He's standing up now.
Oh, and that is going to alleviate the pressure, but once again, smart tactics. Travis Banks putting the weight down on the hips of Ospreay.
Getting the hooks in into a backpack position.
Ospreay is keeping a vertical base and wisely here as he gets his way to the ropes, and oh God. He is climbing the turnbuckles with Travis Banks on his back.
He's up to the second.
No. Will,
oh my God!
Will Ospreay sacrificing his own body to get out of that Lions clutch.
The balance, the poise of Will Ospreay to be able to get to that point.
I've seen many counters to that particular move. I've never seen anything like that. But the fact remains, the impact of that move is taking it out of both men.
Travis Banks has barely stirred since dropping.
You know, and his body was in such an awkward position. You know, his arm over the head of Ospreay, his back not fully flat, landing almost on his side. It's a very uncomfortable landing.
Yeah, Will struggling with that left arm now, the shoulder that was in the Lions clutch.
And the anguish on the face of Ospreay just showing the scars of this battle, the scars of this war. As both men go head to head. Neither man giving an inch.
Striking battle here. Really, he's been finding the strength for these shots. Just slaps now.
And on the logo that defines strong style in 2017, these two men just showing their warrior spirit as they just headbutt each other. Oh, the flurry from Ospreay, yeah. But Banks has a receipt. Ospreay roundhouse kick. Oh, and Banks' legs have gone stiff, and Ospreay's calling for it. Looking for that Rainmaker, but oh my God.
Banks just... The Rainmaker just having no effect on Travis Banks.
Banks, bicycle kick. Again and again and again, just stomping down on the skull of Ospreay, stomping his head into the... Oh, God! Rainmaker from Ospreay.
A desperation move from Ospreay on instinct.
Oh, there's that decapitator elbow. Cover. Oh.
Someone's going to have to Progress champion.
Well, someone's going to have to pick the head of Travis Banks up from the 4th row. That decapitates their elbow. Oh my God. You know, I questioned whether Ospreay had the heart and the resilience to defeat Travis Banks, and he is showing that he's got everything to compete.
The Oscar countered into a slice of heaven.
Kiwi Crusher! Oh, and Ospreay's out. You called it spot on, Callan. Ospreay looking for that Oscutter. Countered into the slice of heaven, into the Kiwi Crusher. Maybe slice of heaven once again, but Ospreay counters it into an Oscutter. Oh, and Banks. Oh.
Banks so clever to roll out of the ring there. That could have been it.
The ring presence of Travis Banks saves him and maybe saves that title from going to Wrestle Kingdom this year.
Wrestling's bizarre, man. I mean, I don't even want to say maybe. I think that was almost definitely. If Travis Banks had rolled out of the ring there, I feel like that was the end of his title reign.
And we've seen it time and time again, just how devastating that Oscutter is. It's the reason why he has accolade after accolade after accolade. But Travis Banks is staying in this match, hook or by crook.
Ospreay now using what energy he's got left to get Banks back inside the ring. Now looking at that top rope, we haven't seen, apart from that counter to the Lion's Clutch, well, Ospreay hasn't ventured to the top rope. Remember his old moniker, Jump Tuck Prey. It could be time.
Ospreay up. Shooting star countered into a cutter. Oh my God, cover from Banks. Oh, and Ospreay's up and into the Lion's Clutch.
Straight into it. This is something that's worked for him in the past.
In the center of the ring.
Back.
Oh, the angle that his shoulders at, that is going to be excruciating. Ospreay's tapped.
My God.
The winner of this match, and still Progress Wrestling World Champion, Travis Banks!
In a year full of Match of the Year contenders, we have just seen a late contender to that list. What an unbelievable Progress World Championship match.
I mean, that was just incredible. Man is dead. He's unconscious on the commentary desk. That's one of the best matches we've seen in Progress Ring all year. A main event anywhere in the world, the return of Will Ospreay. But that was not enough to dethrone our world champion Travis Banks. And this is getting to the point where you have to ask, what is it going to take?
And respect showing to a man that helped bring us to where we are, and almost a passing of the torch from Ospreay to the new generation of the Progress World Championship. But Will Ospreay.
I just want to thank each and every one of you for an amazing 2017.